from what you're saying, I.A., this is all about modernising the sector and bringing it up to date to today's world. And on that point, I'm going to bring Divya in, because the conversation isn't just about men in this. And I've lived in India, I've seen many women work the fields. Women do play a big role in farming across the world and are perhaps not always acknowledged, are they, Divya? Tell us about the work that you do to overcome some of the challenges that women in farming face when it comes to getting less support, lower wages, and being less visible.
In India, agriculture employs still 80% of women labor force. A lot of studies suggest that in any country where labor force participation increases, it not merely improves the rural economy, but also improves the economy of the nation as a whole. In India, if you see, women contribute not only as laborers in agriculture, but as cultivators. But of late, the government policies has ensured that women participate and involve themselves into rural entrepreneurship based on agri-based businesses. So what has the government of India done in a lot of programs by itself and in partnership with international agencies like the World Bank has been to ensure to empower women in creating a lot of livelihood initiatives and creating and promoting entrepreneurship. So what happens by this is just that we enable women to have access to markets, access to formal financial institutions and the fundings available there, and also we have access to a lot of trainings that facilitate their skill building. But all of this encompasses to ensure their skilling is enhanced, they have increased opportunities, and all the gender-based roles are not stereotyped and broken. So women have started to be seen not merely as in jobs which were women-oriented, but they have broken barriers, they are rising up, and also thanks to policies of the government of India, that it has ensured that women grow out of rural economies and stopped migration also to a little extent.
Ashmal, I'm going to bring you in a second, but I'm just going to get Divya to give us the South Asian perspective on that very point, which is, how do you encourage young people, country like India, where there's lots of educated young people who are looking for work, how do you encourage them to get into farming and make it an attractive proposition in the next century?
In fact, in India, a lot of projects have given focus to farming, but also more importantly, focus to farming-based entrepreneurship. So as the minister spoke about how do we bring focus, because what's happening is that farming is happening in rural areas, but the processing is happening in peri-urban or urban areas. If you can actually develop an ecosystem, a comprehensive ecosystem of value addition in agriculture in rural areas, that's how you stop migration, you create the ecosystem, and also ensure that rural economy actually is empowered. So one of the projects that we are implementing in India is the Tamil Nadu Rural Transformation Project. It envisages to create an ecosystem, a comprehensive ecosystem, enabling the rural economy, which the president of the World Bank Group in the morning talked about, creating an ecosystem which facilitates agri-businesses. So what do? We empower women to venture into enterprising. So we empower them to access to formal financial institutions for finance. We empower market access to them. We break gender stereotypes and ensure that what existed as enterprises which only men do operate in have been broken and shattered. For example, if I can tell, in a small backward district in Tamil Nadu in India called Ramanathapuram district, you see women through the project have been capacity builded, given skilling, and they have ventured into construction. So they have secured contracts and building buildings today. There are no more cultivators, there are no more laborers. So that's what a government policy and facilitation and capacity building will do to break these barriers. Second thing is that how do we capacitate them? So in rural areas, I told about creating an entrepreneurial economy. So that's where we have in India and Tamil Nadu created 11 all-women producer collectives. Again, these producer collectives ensure decision-making. Women take decisions, best decisions suited to them. So men do not come and take decisions in these enterprises. So that's how empowerment starts. And once we start empowerment in this way in rural economy, I think they will lead on from there and they will leave our hands and walk up front from there on.